I couldn't imagine when I was a little boy dreaming about being on the radio that one day I'd get to sit with Paul McCartney or Madonna or with you or with this one or that one, you know, Letterman.
Howard Stern is an American radio and television personality and author. He's best known for his radio show, The Howard Stern Show, which gained popularity when it was nationally syndicated on terrestrial radio from 1986 to 2005. Stern has broadcast on SiriusXM satellite radio since 2006. Stern has described himself as the king of all media since 1992 for his successes outside radio. He hosted and produced numerous late-night television shows, pay-per-view events, and home videos. Two of his books, Private Parts, 1993, and Miss America, 1995, entered the New York Times bestseller list at #1 and sold over 1 million copies.
We have to talk about Donald Trump. He's a big character in the book because
he was a big character on my show.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Howard Allen Stern, but is also known as Houchie, Howie, and the Howard. He was born on January 12, 1954 in Jackson Heights, New York, making him 66 years old at the time of this production. He stands at 1.96 meters or 6 feet 5 inches tall. In the early 1970s, Stern's parents began to practice transcendental meditation and encouraged him to learn. Stern credits the technique with helping him quit smoking, achieve his goals in radio, beat obsessive-compulsive disorder, and cure his mother of depression. As of 1997, he continued to practice it. Stern has interviewed Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the founder of the technique, and thanked him for relieving his mother's depression. Stern revealed his suffering with obsessive-compulsive disorder in Miss America. His condition originated while at university and continued into his radio career. Stern is a supporter and fundraiser for the North Shore Animal League America. In 2012, Stern said that he adopted a pescatarian diet. Stern is a supporter of the North Shore Animal League of America. Together, the couple has fostered nearly 900 cats. They have 4 cats of their own: Bella, Yoda, Walter, and Pebble. Stern met his first wife, Allison Burns, while at Boston University through a mutual friend. He featured Burns in a student film he made about transcendental meditation. Stern wrote, "Within a week after our relationship began, I knew I was going to marry her." They married at Temple Ojibwe Shalom in Brookline, Massachusetts on June 4, 1978. Both were 24 years old. They have 3 daughters: Emily Beth, born 1983, Deborah Jennifer, born 1986, and Ashley Jade, born 1993. In October 1999, they decided to separate. Stern said, "I was totally neurotic and sort of consumed with work. I took work as the most important thing and the only thing." He moved from the home he shared with Burns in Old Westbury, New York, into a 4,000-square-foot apartment in Millennium Tower on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, which he bought in 1998 for $4.9 million. The marriage ended in 2001 with an amicable divorce and settlement. Stern has since bought a home in Southampton, New York on Long Island. In the several months when Stern was single, he dated Angie Everhart and Robin Givens. In 2000, he started to date model and television host Beth Ostrowski. He announced their engagement on his radio show February 14, 2007. They married at Le Cirque restaurant in New York City on October 3, 2008. The ceremony was officiated by Mark Consuelos.
Feel that in some way you helped make him president?
Absolutely.
You feel bad or good?
Look, I did not vote for Donald Trump.
Howard Allen Stern was born on January 12, 1954, in the Jackson Heights area of Queens in New York City. His mother, Ray, was an office clerk in New York City. His father served in the Army during World War II and afterward worked as a radio engineer at WHOM in Manhattan. He was also co-owner of Aura Recording Incorporated, a recording studio in Manhattan where commercials and cartoons were made. Howard also has an older sister named Ellen. Stern landed his first radio jobs while at Boston University. From 1976 to 1982, Stern developed his on-air personality through morning positions at WRNW in Briarcliff Manor, New York, WCCC in Hartford, Connecticut, WWWW in Detroit, Michigan, and WWDC in Washington, D.C. Stern worked afternoons at WNBC in New York City from 1982 until his firing in 1985. In 1985, he began a 20-year run at WXRK in New York City. His morning show entered syndication in 1986 and aired in 60 markets and attracted 20 million listeners at its peak. Stern won numerous industry awards, including Billboard's Nationally Syndicated Air Personality of the Year 8 consecutive times, and he's the first to have the #1 morning show in New York City and Los Angeles simultaneously. He became the most fined radio host when the Federal Communications Commission issued fines totaling $2.5 million to station owners for content it deemed indecent. In recent years, Stern's photography has been featured in Hamptons and Whirl magazines. From 2012 to 2015, he served as a judge on America's Got Talent. Stern became one of the highest-paid radio figures after signing a 5-year deal with Sirius in 2004 worth $500 million. The deal essentially paid Stern $100 million per year, $80 million in cash, and $20 million in stock. That $100 million would also cover his show's production costs, including staff salaries. It's estimated that Stern kept $50 million for himself. Immediately prior to joining Sirius, Stern was making $30 million per year at Viacom to broadcast on terrestrial radio. He re-upped in 2010 with another 5-year, $500 million deal. In December 2015, he signed a new 12-year deal with Sirius. This latest deal is believed to pay Stern $80 million per year that covers a salary for himself, salaries for his staff, and production costs for the show. By the time this latest deal is up, Stern will have personally earned over $1 billion, excluding production costs, in salary during his time at Sirius. He also earned several $100 million pre-tax from terrestrial radio prior to 2005. Before Stern joined Sirius, the satellite platform had 60,000 subscribers and was losing $226 million per year on revenues of $13 million. Today, the combined SiriusXM service has 25 million paying subscribers and generates $1.8 billion in profits on $7.2 billion in revenue. On Sirius, Howard enjoys total uncensored free speech outside of the FCC's grasp. According to analysts, 10% of Sirius's customers subscribe to the service exclusively to listen to Stern. Howard Stern's net worth is an estimated $650 million. In 1998, Stern bought a 4,000-square-foot apartment on the 54th floor of Millennium Tower on the Upper West Side of Manhattan for $4.9 million. Next, he bought the adjoining 1,111-square-foot unit for $5.75 million. In 2008, he paid $15.1 million for 2 apartments on the 53rd floor, located just below the 4,011-square-foot penthouse he owns. This added another 2,546 square feet of space. In 2005, Stern paid $20 million for an empty lot in Southampton, New York. He had an enormous custom mansion built on the property. In 2013, Stern and his wife bought a 12-bedroom mansion on 3.25 acres in Palm Beach, Florida, for $52 million. Howard Stern's cars include a Corvette convertible, an Aston Martin Vanquish Volante, a GMC Yukon, and a Mercedes G500.